All right, go get your math notebook. Go get it. Make sure you have it. Open up the TOC and write fractions and division. Find the next blank page or half page in your notebook that's available. Look at the bottom corner, see what page that's going to be on, and go back to the TOC and put the page that it's going to be on. After you're done with that, go to that page because we're going to be writing some notes. All right, so if we are looking at fractions and division, and we have 3 pancakes and want to divide them equally among 4 people, what we would do with each pancake is cut it into fourths because there are 4 kids. Now we have 12 pieces. 12 pieces divided by 4 people is going to be 3. So each child receives 3 quarters or 3 fourths. All right, now we have 5 pancakes, but we still have 4 students or 4 children. So we're going to cut them into fourths, but now we have 20 pieces. So each of the kids gets 5 pieces out of 4. And if we change that to a mixed number, 4 goes into 5 one time. 1 times 4 is 4, so we subtract 4. We have 1 piece left. Keep the denominator the same. Every child gets 1 1/4, a whole pancake, and then 1 extra piece. Another way you could have done it is that every child is going to get their own pancake. So give them the pancakes right away. Then we just have 1 to split up. And since there are 4 children, they each are going to get 1. So 1 1/4. And here's what I just did, but I want you to see it from the textbook standpoint. Here's another way to show 5 divided by 4. 5 over 4. 5. That line means division. So now we can divide 4 into 5. How many times does it go in there? Once. 1 times 4 is 4. Subtract. You have 1 piece left over, and you always keep the denominator the same. So each child will receive 1 1/4. Now it's an improper fraction. An improper fraction has a value equal to or greater than 1. The numerator is equal to or greater than the denominator. So 5 divided by 4, we can pull out a whole from that and then add 1/4. So 5 fourths. And again, changing it to a mixed number, that goes in there 1 whole time, 1 piece left over, denominator stays the same. Now I'm going to give you a chance to do this on your own. You don't have to write this anywhere, just maybe on a scratch paper. You don't have to show me it. Change the improper fraction to a mixed number. Pause it here and go try it on your own. So one way you could have done it is express 11/4 as the mixed number. You know that there's going to be 2 wholes that pull out because 4 goes into 11 2 times, so that's your whole number. So we took out 8 fourths, and how many pieces would be left? 3 fourths. We have to add another 3 fourths. So 2 3 fourths. If that was unclear to you, don't worry, there's going to be another example. Some of you are going to find this to be appealing. So which one makes sense to you? Would rather see it this way. Method 2, you could just do 11 divided by 4. So then you can go over here, 4 divided by 11. 4 times what equals close to 11 without going over? Times 2. Subtract the 8. You have 3 pieces left over. You always keep the denominator the same. So 2 3 fourths. You're lucky in this day and age because now we give several ways to show the answer. Some of you are going to find this one to be appealing. For me, it's this way because that's the only way I was told. But some of All right, for this example, a bucket contains 8 quarts of water. If the water is poured equally into 3 jugs, how much water is in each jug? Well, we know that we need to do 8 divided by 3. So how many you could do it the traditional way like this? How many times does 3 go into 8 without going over? So 2 times. So 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract, you have 2 pieces left over. Always keep the denominator the same. So 2 and 2/3. Now let's look at number 3. Find the value of 22 divided by 8. So we could do it just like we did before. 22 divided by 8. How many times does 8 go into 22 without going over? 2. So 2 times 8 equals 16. You subtract that, and we have 6 pieces left over out of 8. So don't look at this yet. 2 and 6/8. Just like we did last week, these are not simplified. You need to simplify it. What number goes into both 6 and 8 evenly? 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now one thing that I'll make sure that you don't ever forget, I see 3/4. Sometimes kids just put 3/4, but don't forget to put the whole number. So it's going to be 2 and 3/4. All right, now we're going to look at method 2. So 22 divided by 8 equals 22 over 8. Now what they did right here is they reduced it in the improper fraction form. They knew that 22 and 8, the common denominator was 2. 22 divided by 2 is 11. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now they can easily, maybe a little easier, it's up to you. How many times does 4 go into 11 without going over? 2. So 4 times 2 is 8. Subtract that. It's 3, and keep the denominator the same. So you got the same answer, 2 and 3/4, 2 and 3/4. Two different methods. Now in your tasks, open up to the tasks, and I want you to find the value for A, B, C, and D. Pause this and find the answers, and then come back and see if you got them right. All right, let's do A first. 7 divided by 3 equals, so I could do 7 divided by 3 this way, this method. 3 goes into 7 2 times without going over. 3 times 2 is 6, so take away 6. 1 piece left over, always keep the denominator the same. 2 and 1/3. B. 14 divided by 5. I'm going to do it the other method. 5 divided by 14. 5 goes into 14 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. Subtract 4/5. All right, now for C, 21 divided by 6. How many times does 6 go in evenly without going over? 6, 12, 18, 24, can't go in 4, so it goes in 3 times. 6 times 3 is 18, so take away 18. You have 4 pieces left over. Denominator stays the same. Now I'm sure some of you are saying, but Ms. Berger, you need to reduce that. Yep. 3 and 4, 6 can be reduced because 2 goes into both of them. So it's going to be 3. Don't forget to put the whole number. 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 goes into 6 3 times. Here's the final answer. Last but not least, 77 divided by 9. I'm going to do it the other way. I'm going to go 9 divided by 77. 9 goes in there. 5 times would be 45. 7 times would be 63. 8 times would be 72. So 9 times 8 is 72. Subtract. 5 pieces left over out of 9. 8 and 5/9. Can I reduce that? Nope, because 5 is a prime number. So there you go, 8 and 5/9. Here is your homework, exercise 2. There's one A, B, C. There's 2, but there's several for 2, and 3. So in the first one, you write each of the following as an improper fraction. That's where the numerator is going to be bigger than the denominator. For number 2, you're going to change each improper fraction to a mixed number by division. So that's when you're going to have a whole number. And finally, change each improper fraction to a whole number or a mixed number. It sounds like some of them are going to go in there evenly. So you're not going to have any pieces left over. Good luck. This will be in assignments as well, or you can take a snapshot of this and submit it that way.